And welcome back, everybody. As promised, some more great action here from the Seattle Snooker Open of 2023. Well, I hope there's a lot of fans of Daniel Sardoncillo in the room as he's back at the table going up against Alex Newstead. So, if Daniel's able to take this one, that's going to give him 2 match wins. And Alex will have a record of 2-1, so that won't be looking promising for Ashik Taki. So lots on this match. See how it goes. As we know, Daniel can definitely pot, and this is our first look at Alex, who has won his first 2 matches. So we'll see. This could maybe the 2 of them could be moving on to the group stage, but we're just getting started. David Burney's in the booth with Christian Youngers.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, just getting some match updates. Looks like, like you said, Alex has won both his first 2 matches. So if he wins this, he's outright going to win the group. If he loses this, he's 2-1. So might be a chance that he still advances. Most likely he'll still advance, unless there's some sort of tie situation for second place or third. But Daniel won his first match, as we just saw. So should be an interesting group. I think on a side table we were watching Dave Daly play against Jay Ma on a second TV table, and they were in a close one, 34-30, and that's still undecided. Looks like no frames have been won or lost yet, so 0-0 in a close frame. And then we just got an update that the table behind our TV table has Francis on it, and that, I think, first frame has gone to Francis, 1-0.
It does look like Chris Lamb and Gary Wallace are going to decider as well. I can just see from our vantage point.
Yeah, you can see Francis at the table there in the back table. So she's up 1-0 in that frame. This one's still close, 34-30. And looks like we're on a break here from Alex.
Yeah, he's got into the balls nicely and making good work of it. So don't know much of Alex, but liking what I'm seeing.
Yeah, really thin cut on that black when he had the red low on the top cushion. And see how he plays with the rest. Nice pot there. I've been practicing with Alex leading up to the event this week and previously, and he's definitely gotten a lot stronger. He's kind of, at one point, I guess, learned how to play snooker when he was younger, but came to America and mainly just played pool for the longest time, and not until we opened up recently. He recently became a member earlier this year, and he's put in a few months of pretty good effort, and it's showing off so far. He's been playing pretty strong in this event.
Yeah, I guess that red just to the right of the pink doesn't go by into the left middle, so just taking his medicine, running back into bulk. A good friend in Germany, Snooker 155, is wondering how old Daniel is. I think you'd be better at that, Christian.
Yeah, Daniel's 21 years old. He's sponsored by us here at Ox Billiards, and I think he has a few other pool sponsors. Don't remember exactly who, but yeah, he's part of Team Ox here, part of the Ox family, and pretty good shot, I'd say. Not bad. I think he's if you know a Fargo rate in terms of pool, he is a Fargo rated player of about high 600, 690 something, around those terms. I think it puts him somewhere in the top 4, top 5 players in Washington, I think, something like that in terms of rating. So plays pretty strong. And Alex, from what I understand, has a little bit of APA background. He plays mainly amateur pool tournaments and events. But like I said, I've been putting a lot of work on these snooker tables, so watch out for him.
Yeah, very interesting that obviously Daniel was on the TV table for his last match, and he's gone back to his cue. He's not using the carbon fiber one anymore. And
interesting.
It's a bit, I have to say, interesting is the correct word to say, because he won that match. You would think he'd have to pry that cue away from his hands.
Yeah.
Most athletes are superstitious.
I think he was on the table in between matches practicing there, and maybe just shooting some shots and seeing how it reacted, and maybe just didn't like the feel, and now switched back to his regular cue. Not a big deal. So long as it doesn't get into his own head, he should be fine. Just pick what you like and go with it.
Now, can he take this red into the top left corner? Just glance off those reds to be into the black, but no, not fancying it.
Not today. Watch out, Brown. Gets a bump. It's not bad. Pretty strong play so far from Alex. Got a 16 break, knows when to gotta take his medicine and play the safety game.
Yeah, you might see, I think Alex might take a few more shots in this one with a group stage record of 2-0. He's definitely going to be coming back tomorrow, but definitely 3-0 gets him a higher seed. So as it works out, the top 4 winners of each group will face the lower seeds in tomorrow knockout phase, and then the second place finishers will be selected at Ramsden to take on the higher level seeded players.
Great pot there. Stretched out over the green. Manages to get here. He's probably playing safe.
Yeah, run to the brown to get behind the green. Beautiful.
Nicely done.
Our good friend from the Vancouver area, Vinny Destani, pretty much came into the room, and Mike was like, "You ready to ref?" And he jumped right into duty. So really appreciate that, Vinit, coming in. Came down with Baltaj Atwal, another great help behind the scenes that I have up in Canada.
Good contact. Yeah, there's a shot of Vinit right there. The roaming referee, as some might say. Shout out to him for helping us. Supporting the Snooker family.
Yeah, hopefully as we continue to grow and grow more and more, hopefully we can have referees at each table so the players can really just focus on playing.
Ooh, this could be good. Oh, wow. That was close. Almost put him quite the spot.
Sarah, I'll let Christian answer that as he's the tech whiz. She's wondering what camera system is this. It's quite incredible.
Thanks, Sarah. Appreciate it. No, it's just it's a few pan tilt zoom cameras we have set up here that we put a bunch of presets on, and they're all managed over the local network. So do reach out if you're interested in learning more. We can share what we've learned and set up. Yeah. Shout out to Mike and Ox family here helping out set up all the live streaming stuff. It's pretty good, pretty fun. I still get surprised by how clear these cameras come out sometimes. It's pretty incredible.
He's just looking for his escape route to come back into bulk.
This red might be on. I think he's gonna play. Yeah, he's gonna play with a high ball. No, he's playing for the make. Okay, yeah, you're right. He was trying to see the escape for that red because the other red would have been maybe a straighter pot, but not very easy to get up table. And now we're gonna see another safety.
Yeah, that was a great video shot there of Alex. As you can see, he's not down on the cue as some other players are. You know, the cleft of the chin really is where the cue rides. So you'll probably see it with Daniel. He really gets down. But that last shot we saw on Alex, as much as he's not all the way down, he's very steady. His camera or his head does not move at all when the shot is being taken in afterwards. So that's a key attribute to have if you want to be a successful snooker player, is that head cannot move. More often than not, we see players as soon as they've struck through, they're popping up like a Pop-Tart. You want to keep it good and steady. It's almost with keeping your head down, you're kind of willing it more to go in. So that missed shot, as that opened up a chance for Alexander, actually.
No, it's not taking on these reds. Looks like he's going for the one in the right middle, or he's going to play another safety. Rub off this red, maybe play behind the blue. Yeah, right middle. Oh. Might have covered it, though. Yep, I don't think it pots. It's very close.
Might put a little swerve on this.
Yeah, I think so. Because the risk of leaving that red on if you don't have anything to shoot at is pretty high to leave your opponent. Oh, unfortunate. Going in and off. Didn't get enough into the ball, maybe, or deflected more than he thought. It switched to the other cue, so maybe this ball's shooting or squirting off of his cue a little bit more.
Nice long pot there by Alex. Let's see if he can get things started. Doesn't really have any good angle really on any of these bulk colors to come back down table.
Off the yellow, okay. Let's get behind the blue. A little far, but with going a little bit farther, he at least puts him closer to that bulk cushion. See in the background there, Angus queuing up to a ball, playing against Francis. Ooh, went for a pot there. Black, not going to go. It's going to leave something on, though. The black is available, possibly. Pretty sure if it gets back on its spot, it's going to go into both corner pockets. Yep. So this could be a chance.
Yeah, it's a good landing area out there in the open after this red to be on the black. Ooh.
Oh, wow. Wow. So first real mistake we've seen from Alex in this frame. I guess maybe the one to the middle, but playing pretty strong. Oh, there you go. See, look, Daniels brought out the other cue again. So I think maybe he tried to try out the old cue, see how it plays, and decided, you know what, let's go back to the one we were on. Ooh.
Might switch up the cue again. The only time I've seen that was Luca Vassell back in the 2018 Masters at the Alexandra Palace in London. Everyone was wondering why he brought two cues down to the match, and most players and commentators were going, it's like, well, that looks like a sign of defeat already, because he was just unsure of what cue to use.
Yeah, not worth it. I say keep the same cue, commit.
True, as they much say, it's a thinking person's game, but sometimes you don't want to think too much. It should be a decent black for Alex.
Rolls it in. So put him at 31. Still plenty of reds in this one. But so far, good scoring from Alex. Going for this red in the right middle. Let's hit it at pace. I think at that angle we might have had to roll it a little softer, but
true. And now this green is in a lovely little spot here. Just wondering if he's able to flick off that red and get behind the green.
nope, he's going for the red. Nice shot. He's going to push the pink out, I think. Yep.
Good opportunity to get back into the frame. The first frame of a best of three.
Yeah, the real... If 3 reds look like they're definitely in the open. It's going to be the toughest shot to get back on this. Probably this red into the bottom right. Yep, looks like he's got a chance.
Yeah, stun out just a fraction of drawback.
Instead of run through a slight amount. Interesting.
Stun run through. Not too bad because that's a great angle there. You could see that red out in the open will go to the top right corner. With this angle, he's going over that way. Played it a little bit with pace to take on the same pocket. He's got an option of 2.
Do you go into this bottom one yet? No, I think you got to take the top one. The red out in the open first, because worst case, the way the reds are grouped right now, it's not a bad place for safety in the worst case, but don't believe he's going to be playing safe here. He's pretty nice on this pink.
Yeah, it could go through and have a good angle on that red. It's coming across table. Maybe just a bit too much.
Does his bottom most red go? Tight to the cushion.
Looks like it will sneak through, but I just don't know where his color is going to come after that.
No, he's going to take the one right beneath the black. Just a little thick. I think probably was kind of a shot to nothing. I think he knew that he wasn't going to leave anything on. I don't think this red goes to the left corner.
Yeah, does it go through those 2 reds? Is it a goal post right there? Definitely there's opportunities with the blue and the green back there in bulk. He's got to have a look at those. Definitely that blue to get behind is not impossible.
Oh, he's going the other way. Oh, he just caught the jaw. Kind of came a sharp line towards the blue. I think he's actually going to be perfect. Oh, no, there might be a window.
Maybe, but I think he's got the snooker.
Daniel's getting down like it's on, so he's just looking at where to make contact. I think there's a window between brown and pink and black. Yeah, between pink and black.
Yeah, for that red of the 4, just the right side, or is there? He's really having a good think about it.
I think it might just be the angle. He might not have the full rightmost edge of this rightmost red, so he might need to play the red right in front of it, play a little bit more thick, and then get the cue ball to come around the table. The problem is he's going to spread out these balls a lot more. There's a shot of Francis in the background shooting on the pink, it looks like.
It's true. Snooker 155. There is always a gap.
There's always a gap. But the brick of 21 definitely got Daniel back in this frame. Yeah, you have to hit that red right in front of the rightmost one because must not have had that angle.
Yeah, the pink has come to his rescue for that red that's on the right side of the table for Alex. But yeah, as the great Yogi Berra said, it ain't over till it's over.
No, sir.
And that's definitely the case in the game of snooker is you can make a lot of points with balls. You can also make a lot of points with making your opponent miss balls. So wouldn't be surprised if this came down to the colors.
No, definitely. Definitely 2 of the stronger players in the group that we've seen so far. They're kind of meeting each other where they stand. Alex a little bit maybe more knowledgeable of what type of shots to play here and there. I think Daniel's a little bit more aggressive in his shot selection. But we have seen that, come to fruition on some of these shots. He's definitely been spotting some dynamite long reds in the previous match. So we'll see which play style will prevail.
Yeah, it might come off this brown, off the bulk cushion and get near behind that blue. No.
He's played it to come forward. I think, fortunately, he has gotten him a little bit tabletop, unless Daniel goes for this rightmost red. Is this a shot to nothing? I think the leftmost red is in the way of the two cushion escape to try to pot this red into the bottom right. Or the top right corner, I guess.
There might be an angle actually going into the top left off this red. This to the right of the black, because then he can come off a couple cushions and looking to come behind
this way.
brown and
Yeah,
yellow.
that was your shot, yeah. Oh, he's going to tabletop. This looks like a tough angle.
Yeah, he's going to be queuing down on the ball, so these take extreme care, because when you're queuing down, there's always a chance that you could inadvertently put siding on the ball just when you're stroking down on it. So Alex has got to be careful.
Clean contact with the cue ball, but not the right angle. Ooh, did he double him up?
Yeah, that red has come to his rescue. It was going to look like an easy start for Daniel with black and pink in the open and reds around. So
yeah, this is all tied up now, just barely rolled into place. So now Daniel should probably just take his medicine, play safe with this red in the top area, but he's looking at the plant. Yep, he's going aggressive. It's been the story of his play. We'll see. Will it pay off? You kind of have here. The prudent shot is to just take the red up table and bring the cue ball behind one of the bulk colors, but
yeah, maybe hitting on the right side of that red that's near the blue spot.
So there is a lot of distance, right?
Yeah, the red kicks up and down the table, and then the cue ball goes up to the bulkhead, because this is very tricky.
Yeah, tough shot.
A lot of space between those balls, and
oh, will he get away with it? Wow. Nope, I think it's close. The angle is there, but it's just he's tight to that cushion now, so a little fortunate for Daniel.
Yep, the angle's there to get to that red, to pot it into the right middle.
I think I missed a red. Yeah.
Now he's left this on for Daniel, but this is a thinner cut into that same middle pocket.
Should be able to escape any contact with these, with this cluster of balls around the pink and black spots. If he does pot it true. Nice contact there. It's going to slow up for the blue. He's going to roll too far. It's a little bit too far.
It might be all right, because
he's got the brown. I think the brown has unobstructed queuing, and the yellow has a little bit of a...
Yeah, and the natural angle on the yellow is going to take him down table, where he's going to have to negotiate some of these
it looks
cushions.
Like he's calling green ball. He might be playing safe behind the blue. Yeah, he's liked it green. Oh, he's running behind it. Nice. I think that's going to cut off all.
Just getting referee Mike Dominguez taking a look at it, just in case there's a respawn. Could be using that paired on cue ball marker and the white Taylor's chalk that we have instructed the players to use. And it's probably going to put him back here. That, So second attempt here. This looks like a much better attempt here. Oh, missed by a millimeter. Now you just wonder sometimes Dan's going to put him back. The tough part is Alex might just make that minor adjustment, whereas there was a red that was on.
All right, sorry. Set a step away for a bit. So it looks like first foul only, right?
This is the third attempt, third and final attempt.
And he makes contact. Nicely done. So.
Oh, it popped up a bit on him, though.
Oh, yeah, he's left
a red
it on. So he had foul and a miss, replace, foul and a miss.
Yes, that was his third attempt, so
Okay.
he was successful in his third attempt, so only 8, pardon me, only 8 penalty points were succumbed, but
All right, so.
he's left Daniel in a good position here.
Oh, yeah, this is dangerous.
Just a little maybe disturbed by something in the room.
I might almost want to play for black. No, he's going to make contact with the pink. That's what he was looking at. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
He needed to come more on the cue ball.
sure what happened there. That
If he was that close to making contact with the pink, I think the shot might have been to screw back with a soft
True.
draw shot.
yeah, on that red drawback and be on the pink, but
Mhm.
now he's just kind of made a mess of things here. He's kind of looking at the blind cut, but the problem with that is you're going to lose control of the cue ball.
This could be on into the middle, the cue ball. Might make contact right where that chalk is sitting on the rail. Now he's going to take the blue on. I think this is the right shot. If you want to go aggressive, you can still make this blue and come to the table, or just play it fully safe. Yep. It's a tie score now, 32-32. We got a frame here.
Yeah, I think if you can take a thin clip off that red on the right side by the black, you can come off the top cushion and then the side cushion and shoot him up towards that yellow ball.
He's going to go in one more cushion. Is he going to get behind anything?
Yeah, just a little fat,
Yeah.
but still it's safe nonetheless. Let's put distance between object and cue ball.
Yeah, I forgot to mention in the Facebook chat saying looks like the soft draw shot was the shot, but couldn't say for sure. Yeah, I think so. It was kind of hard to tell based on the angle. It's based on how fully it hit the pink. I guess that was the thing. Oh, he's gonna get a good hit here. He's gonna cover with the blue. Yeah. All right, so he's gonna maybe have to go for this red now at the bottom part of the table or top cushion.
Take it on the right side and get towards the black, but push this down where the other red is.
Oh yeah, that's a good shot. Use the pink kind of as a backboard to stop the cue ball kind of full. I think the frame in the background there looks like Francis and Angus. Angus probably took the second frame because they're playing, I think, what is the third frame now. So looks like somebody just broke off there. It's playing up behind the yellow. Is it going to be good? It's pretty good. It looks pretty close.
Does is there might just be able to come off cushion first. He doesn't have a direct line, so he is in fact snookered.
Yep, I think it's actually better for Daniel that this red also came out to the middle pocket area, because missing this red now leaves a red on. Yep, good contact. Doesn't go.
Look at this.
Oh, is it gonna get behind the? Okay, the pink. The pink. Yeah. Perfect. I think he's good. Blue covers the top red. Wow.
Great shot there by Alex. So 32-32 in this first frame.
Yeah, what a kick shot there.
This frame getting bigger and bigger by the moment.
See, Mike's taking a look at ball spot.
Yeah, it's unfortunately, Prathamesh, we do not have the scores of other matches online. There's some technical complications that hopefully we can iron out and get things all tweaked out rightly for 2024, or maybe even tomorrow. I'm not too
maybe
sure.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, we can get possibly, hopefully, the knockout round stages posted up there.
We shall see. We shall see. Yeah, I think I think just putting it on challenge might be what we're gonna do. We'll see. Going for the 2 cushion. Let's hit it a little bit. Now, as for the respot or not, this might be going back. Yeah, just based on how far away he was at that initial. Daniel gets close to hitting this ball. Most likely, it's going to be leaving that red on into one of the corner pockets, and this red up into the yellow pocket does go. So if he leaves that, it could another be an opportunity. But I don't know if Daniel's going to hit it hard enough for that to be the case. Yep, shortened the angle and made contact. And
Better shot there, yeah.
managed not to leave a shot on that red as easily, but so we saw the red does go into the yellow pocket. So 2 somewhat tough shots here for Alex. I wonder what he's going to take.
Yeah, his bridge hand is going to be on the cushion, so that makes it a little uncomfortable. But it does have a red into either left corner pocket.
Sticking this one on. Heart of the pocket there. And looks like a rest shot with the black or another safety. You can just roll up and tap the black. It'll leave Daniel kind of on top of the ball. And the blue would be creating the snooker. Just taking a look at the score to see what he wants to do. It's only a 5-point difference, so I don't know that you can really
Yeah, if you
solidify the win with the snooker. Right?
mind yourself of the black and the pink, why don't you just take that blue ball on and stun it there, and then you have the black, but just playing the smart shot there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No theatrics and just playing the snooker. So
Even though it's a 5-point game, I mean, you're just banking on Daniel to maybe leave you the red after missing or getting contact on this shot.
definitely, yeah. Like if he makes contact, hopefully for Daniel's sake that he puts it safe, but that's not always the case. So it's just he's making his opponent just think a little bit more. And there we have Mike Dominguez. We've instigated this kind of little fun trick for the foul and miss. He'll mark that cue ball with a paired-on cue ball marker and use that white tailor's pencil just to mark in the little notch, and it gets put back for exact placement. So hopefully we can see that more often, because it definitely speeds things up a little bit more with the foul and miss situation.
So there's the miss. Hits the yellow. Does he leave it on?
So maybe you might have used that cue ball marker, or the ball marker trick on some other balls possibly, but sometimes you just never know. And obviously Mike will respot the balls to the best of his ability, but then double check with both players, and if both players agree, then it's play on. And there's no real advantage that either player is trying to do. They want to get it right. They want to, if they're going to be beat, they want to be beat without any kind of cheating or anything like that. So There's contact there, but I think he's left that on into the green pocket. So a few good snookers here by Alex has increased his lead to 41-32.
Oh, no. Well, fortunate not to leave a shot on here.
No, but
It's going to be a long rest situation.
yes, those redwoods might come out and just playing on the right side with some stun, and it could maybe just possibly fall over in between the pink and the black, and the red goes up table.
Mike Jensen in the chat saying, "Respot, what is that?" It's a local player from Oregon, pool player. Played snooker a long time ago with no respotting. That is true. The rules have changed over the years, right? I remember, I have heard that the rule about the one that's been most in contention, I guess, is the when you can actually shoot for snookers. Or sorry, when can you replace? You can still replace when it's tied or not when it's tied to the respot. I guess what I'm trying to say is normally when there's snookers required, you're not allowed to replace the balls.
Correct.
But if snookers are required to tie, are you allowed to replace the balls?
As a result of the tie, obviously, because you can still win the frame from a black ball respot when there's a tie.
Yeah, but I think that rule has changed at the professional level a couple of times in both directions. One where you can, one where you can't. But look at this. This looks like a pretty good one. The red being out in the open also makes it a lot more dangerous.
Yeah, it's tough to judge with that one cushion. Always like to have a two cushion, but he's going to be careful not to hit it like full in the face. If he does, he's got to hit it with pace because it could leave it on into the middle pocket.
Yep. Hit a pretty good speed, but he's going to leave it in the other one.
True. Yeah.
Maybe not. It's a little bit thin, but good job to make contact there from Alex. I think a little bit of a match update. I think J Ma was able to take the first frame against Dave Daly on our second TV table. The Snooker Shed is in the house on the YouTube chat. How's it going?
Hopefully the weather over there in Scotland is nice. I appreciate the Snooker Shed tuning in.
Yeah, so, Prathamesh saying you couldn't respawn until a few years ago. So, yeah, I think it is ever changing the snooker rules, but for the better usually.
Didn't run up and down table. He had the ankle to do that.
Changed recently, now you can replace even when you can tie. Yeah, so it makes sense. You can still win the frame, etc.
I think he's probably going to try and get behind this green here.
How's the speed? Hit it pretty good. Very nice. Mike Jensen in the chat asking, could you explain the logic behind respotting? What's the logic? I think the idea is to make snookers more valuable, essentially. So simply kicking out of a snooker without nice hit there. Wow, excellent shot from Alex.
I think it goes back into did the foul and the miss come to play? I think back in the 80s, some players were missing on purpose and creatively to put their opponent in a tougher position. So then the governing bodies felt like they were missing on purpose, and you guys are professional players. You're not expected to miss. So that was kind of the reasoning behind it.
Yeah, I think if we equate it to like the pool world, it's essentially like some players are basically doing a push out after 9-ball break shot. You know, when on the 9-ball break, if you can't see the ball, you typically will play a push out and roll to any part of the table, intentionally fouling, but your opponent having the option to give you the table back or to play on as it lies. So I think what players were doing was intentionally playing push outs on every shot they were snookered on, kind of treating the game in a different way or making the game play a little bit differently, right? Because it definitely changes the dynamic. You're not really pushing to hit the ball, you're pushing to leave a slightly less encumbered shot that your opponent maybe wants to give back to you, right? Oh, look at this. Is the blue going to get it? Almost. No. Awesome. Excellent kicking, though. Good escape from Alex. 2-cushion escape. Daniel still trying to put him. This could be dangerous, though. This green is pretty close to the yellow. Going to act kind of as a backboard. Thin off the right side of it.
Yeah, if he came cushion first into that yellow.
Oh, he hit it thick. Might get it behind the blue. Think it's good. Nice shot there.
Definitely very nicely done.
Good contact. The brown covering the pocket means we're still playing on. What are your opinions on the rules, Dave? Any rule you have any personal gripes with?
Not terribly. And I think it's effective that we have in the amateur game.
Oh,
nice try.
This. The blue's going to help him, I think, though. I think this yellow's on.
I think in the amateur game, like I know when we get into the knockout round, it's going to be pretty much unlimited foul and misses. And I'm like, I don't know if we're just there right now with it. Maybe the finals would be it.
Yeah.
Because I think we're still all... Because we've seen many times in this that a player has, laid a good snooker and they deserve all the penalty points that they get from it. Mm-hmm. But then sometimes there's a player that just might completely just fluke a snooker and...
yeah. Then, win the frame effectively, right? From just the fluke. It's just more impactful, I guess. So it's a matter of like, is the impact worth the trade-off of sportsmanship, I guess, right? 2-cushion escape, someone says. The miss rule was changed because of 2-cushion escape. I wonder what that means. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, Mike Jensen is saying, how do you guarantee the respot is as it was? Is it just a best guess and only used with a referee? In general, the respot is kind of best effort from both players if there's no referee available. And then after that, if there is a referee available, the referee will check with either player, but it's ultimately the referee's say. Being a third party, it helps clarify any sort of arguments, I guess, between the players typically. NTO in Twitch is asking, does Burney mean a fluker? Yeah, I think Burney means a fluker. That's what you meant to say, right, Dave?
No, it's a family show. I don't swear.
when you get a fluker and maybe unlimited respots just wins you the match, I mean, it could be a big turning point.
Crawling over that name.
Hey, it's catching on. We're gonna get it. Don't worry. I'm telling you. Next step, the world stage. WST commentary. We're gonna have it coming out of Phil Yates. I think Phil Yates will be the guy to do it first. He's our man. If he can't do it, no one can.
Just needed a bit more pace, but nice try, Daniel.
think it's at least taking away the potting angle, or no, he has the full ball. It's hard to tell. He might only have an edge.
Might have an edge to get back there too.
Yeah, this is going to be a natural snooker if he gets behind blue or black. Oh, the window's there. There's always a window. Let's see if Daniel can come up with the dynamite shot again. Where the green lies, it's pretty... If you can get the cue ball to kind of just to the left of center table, it's pretty decent space to get a safety behind the pink, maybe straighter on the green into the pocket, then screw back behind the pink and send the cushion, or send the green one cushion. Wow.
True. Yeah.
There's that shot from Daniel. Rattles it in.
It's interesting when he got up from that shot, he kind of stayed in the position and got back down, where sometimes you want to like just recompose yourself and just walk into the shot. So.
What a pot. Yeah, Snooker Phone 55 says pot in all caps. Yeah, okay. Cab 3121 saying two cushion escape is when a player is snookered but tries to come off two cushions, and if they miss, the cue ball returns to bulk. Like a shot to nothing, players were deliberately missing. Yeah, okay, makes sense. So like you would do two cushion escape and hit it way off the ball, but at least the cue ball is playing up table, so you don't. It looks like you might be going for the ball, but you're really not. You're just trying to play the cue ball back up to bulk, and in the worst case, you make contact with the red and stay down table, I guess. Makes sense. This is a close one.
It was important to get that first frame on the board, so we're not out of the woods just yet.
He's using the extension with his cue. This is a funny thing too. I don't know if you've seen there's I think a famous a Chinese player or Taiwanese player that I've seen before who uses the cue extension and the rest, but when they put it on their cue and they line up the shot, instead of putting their cueing arm in front of their face and cueing the shot with elbow out to the side, they cue as if the cue is just really long and their arm and elbow is still behind them like a normal shot. So they have an extra long cue. They put the bridge down, or the rest down way up in front of them, and they just cue with an extremely large cue, effectively with a normal stroke. It's pretty interesting to watch. I think Daniel prefers to do it. I've seen him do it a couple times when we've been playing and practicing on our own. Ooh, this has a chance. This has a chance. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I need a bit more pace to get behind that pink. That was the shot. And good call, Snooker 155. Yes, it is Sunny Akanai from Thailand that does that stroke.
Thailand. Okay, that's what it is.
About
that was Taiwan for some reason.
And as well, a gentleman in the Vancouver scene, Brian Brown, uses that technique as well. So I think a few more and more players are starting to use that technique of the traditional cueing when you're using the rest.
Hey, in the chat says Bo in the Facebook chat. How's it going, Bo? Daniel's up right now. This is a close one, 40-41. He's down by one ball, one point, I guess. Both players have each won a match. I guess Alex has won 2 matches in the group. So if Alex can win this, he's going to outright win first place, going undefeated. But if Daniel has anything to say about that, he's going to bring him back. Asper's on. Yeah, we're working on the bracket. We gotta get up a digital version, but effectively right now, tournament format is there's 8 seeds that advance automatically based on qualifiers. And those are qualifiers from qualifying tournaments that we hosted here at Ox. Won a top 147. And then we have the top 4 seeds qualified through the Washington Snooker League, WSL. So those 8 seeds are going to be playing starting tomorrow, which is the knockout round of 16. And we've got today the group stage to qualify the remaining 8 seeds in the bracket. But yeah, we're gonna try to get at least something up online so we can share it in the chat. But this is a group stage match. Groups of 4, top 2 at each group advance, and the top seed in each group will play seeds 4 through 8 that are already seeded. Oh, nice pot there. And then all the second places in the groups will play seeds 1 through 4. And look at this. Wow, what an excellent shot there. So we had a foul from Daniel. Oh, narrowly escaped that. 12 points.
It's the pink as well, so not out of the woods just yet.
Blue is down. Well, no, that looks like his frame ball, right? Yeah. So snooker's required now. Pink would be to close out the frame. Oh, is this on? Oh, it just caught the cushion on the way down. But tough situation for Daniel. He might choose to play on. I think it's a valid attempt to play on still. You only need 1 snooker. 13 on the table, 17 difference. Any snooker would be 6 or more. It means only 1 snooker required. So he's just checking with the mic referee, asking if it's snookers required or what the situation is in terms of the score. But yeah, 13 on, 17 remaining means there's only 1 snooker required when we're on the pink ball.
Drew, the player should be doing their own arithmetic here. You know, as a referee, you can't give away any knowledge that would be considered an advantage.
Is a rule clarification considered knowledge that's advantageous or no?
Depends on how it's worded.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So I guess if you just ask, are there snookers required? How many snookers are required?
Look at the scoreboard, and you can find out. That would be
Interesting.
the answer.
Interesting.
And with that, that's a concession there by Daniel Sardoncillo. So Alex Newsead takes this first frame of a best of 3, 57-40, and we'll be right back with frame 2. And we're back here in frame 2 with Daniel Sardoncillo to break off. Needs this frame to keep his hopes alive. Although a loss won't be the end of the world for him, but definitely if Alex is able to take this frame, it will put him as a match winner, as a group winner, and as a good seed moving on to tomorrow's knockout phase. Keith and Marcy, glad that you're tuning in from Birmingham, England. Great to hear some support over in the pretty much the motherland of snooker, I would say. Unfortunately, it was actually invented in India by the British soldier Neville Chamberlain. But it's definitely a very UK-centric game, but we're doing our best to expose it to the Americans and the Canadians over here on this side of the pond. Apperson, the favorite for the event. Well, you got to say the defending champion CCU is a top runner, but obviously, as we've seen, and I think a lot of people in the room have seen Brady Golan play quite well. Charlie Brown's definitely a favorite to move on. And, Daniel is able to pot how he's been potting and sometimes just take that extra second just to maybe see about a safe shot.
Mm-hmm.
He could upset some people. So, a few active ones, but no real runaway right just yet.
Yeah, kind of like a raw potential right now, right? Needs a little bit of refinement in terms of maybe some decision making and can turn into a pretty strong player. Got Cab saying hi from Birmingham, England. Keith and Marcia enjoying the Seattle Open. Thank you. Welcome. Glad to have you. You just talked about the favorites, I guess, but it's all levels. It's an open event. There are no handicaps. There were qualifiers, though, to get seeded into this tournament. We had the WSL Washington Snooker League. We got a little bit of info here for that, how we qualify that. And then we had a lot of partners with us that qualified other players. I think mainly was the top 147 tournament we had, but shout out to all the other partners for the Seattle Open. Yeah, I kind of agreed. Conceded the first frame. I feel like he definitely had a chance. The black was somewhat in the open. I don't think it was necessarily a concession he needed to make. I feel like I would have played on.
Definitely in that situation. It's just one snooker, so it's...
Even though it's the black and pink, it's not...
Yeah, it's sure there's less balls to run into, but you only got that one ball, so... And it would come with patience, as we've talked about. That's a key ingredient. You might not get the snooker right off the bat, but if you kept at it, the black might have just gone off a little bit by a cushion and created a nice little safe haven behind it.
All right, so taking his medicine there, playing to roll up on the red. Don't know if these are touching. They might be. Alex is taking a look. He's claiming touching ball, I think. So Mike's going to go take a look real quick. Yeah, touching ball looks like so. As we know, the rule, for all those who don't know, the rule with touching ball is you are allowed to hit away from the ball that is on if you're touching it, because you're already making contact. So that contact, initial part of the shot, counts as contact for the shot. So he is able to hit away, and it's actually a foul if you move that ball that you're touching, because that means you've done effectively a push into that ball in some way, in some respects, right?
True, and I'm surprised he didn't come off the right cushion and the top cushion and get behind that black, but...
Oh, okay, I see what you mean, yeah. Play it nice and slow. A little bit harder to control, I guess, the pace. This was a little bit maybe just get the line right on that shot that he attempted, and it would have been easier to control the pace. Watch out, jaw. It's going to tap the jaw, but is there anything that pops?
Yeah.
That one red that's kind of just above the black spot definitely goes.
I think even on the angle of that one to the right that you're talking about, Christian, he'll be able to take it, but he'll bring his cue ball back to bulk.
Yeah, he did exactly what you said. Bring it up naturally. Circuit 7 Active on YouTube saying thanks for the explanation. Yeah, no problem. We're all here to learn the game, snooker. Especially as we try to bring it to America, it's a little bit tougher when you don't always know all the rules. Everybody always says that snooker is way too complicated. It makes it a little bit intimidating maybe for some, but in the end, it's not too difficult to learn the rules. You did good to miss that red on the right long cushion. And how's his cue ball?
Yeah, that's not too bad. A lot of reds were sprayed out all over the place, but he's been safely put back in bulk. And
that is a bit of a tactic, right? Just kind of spread the balls out and play safe at the same time, making it harder for your opponent to play the next safety. Of course, it could backfire if he lays a really good snooker on you.
True, and I think there's something to be said about the amateur game, about just opening up the reds and putting the pressure on your opponent to make a high break. As once your break gets higher and higher, and sometimes if you're getting past your high run, nerves start to settle in, you get a little shaky. So many different tactics and ways to win a frame, but the important place is to win one.
Asper's on asking, if I'm an amateur player and want to come to Ox for the next event, what's my best approach to getting details and getting to play? Yeah, it's a good question. We do have, I believe there's an email list on our website, but I think the main way to do it will be following us on social media. There will be announcements on our Facebook page. You could always email Mike at Ox Billiards. He's got a lot of good info. Probably can add you to whatever lists he has. Shout out to Mike Dominguez. He's the one refereeing this match right now. roaming ref of sorts. And I think appreciate your comment that doing it all, tournaments, live coverage, scores, and great commentary. Good job, Dave Burney.
Doing our best. We're here to answer any of the questions for the fans out there. As you were mentioning before, snooker is new to the red, white, and blue here in America.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do have any questions or comments on the stream, and we got a good community as well. They're very knowledgeable, so it's just, as you say, a good community. We're just trying to grow all together to help everyone learn the game.
So interesting here that I don't think this red passes the brown into the yellow spot. Also doesn't seem like it passes the green into the green pocket. So not sure what the plan to do is here. He's on a break of 18. We're still seeing the blend of styles. I think the more high-powered offense from Daniel meeting the sort of balanced approach and tactics from Alex. Oh, and did he go for that double? My goodness, doubles it into the corner. Wow. As a pool player, I'm telling you, he did go for that. Don't think it was the wisest of shots, but he went for it. And excellent shot from Daniel. Wow. Nope, looks like the match is ended on the back table from Francis and Angus. We'll have to see if we can get a score update and see who won that one. I think they did go to a decider.
No, they were packing up cues and walking away, so that match is all finished.
Yeah, I think that was the decider, though. Pretty sure. I think it was one each because they're playing a best of three, right? Oh, nice shot there.
This has been a nice little break here by Daniel. 24 and building. That's going to have to come up with a good red to keep things going. Does he just play the safe, or is he going aggressive? Now
I think he's going for it. Yeah, he's going for it. Oh, he's his old cue. Oh, it's because I think the extension. He has longer extension than the other cue. Oh, I told him I had an extension back here if he wanted to use it.
Yeah, I think he should have played safe on that one. It just he's now ran into those reds, and the pink is over the pocket there. So let's see how Alex can respond to that mid-20 break by Daniel. Yeah, not seen much of Alex, obviously, as he's a Washington player. He hasn't made his way up to British Columbia to play in any tournaments, but definitely liking what I'm seeing. Yeah, he's got a good chance here. Very nice. Ooh, it's been unfortunate.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, we got to update the score. Looks like a break of 8 from Alex.
And not a great miss as he's left Daniel in them.
Good stun shot there. Get high on the blue.
There's our good friend in the Motor City, Chuck Jones, tuning in.
Howdy, howdy.
All is well over there in Motown, Chuck. Hopefully Newt Wales can tune in, and hopefully Mr. Tom Collins.
Yeah, that is Tom Collins land, right?
Correct.
We just hosted the previous 2022 U.S. Nationals. Tom Collins Trophy was awesome. Shout out to all the players from that. Nice job. Got back on the blue high again. I think Daniel's been watching some snooker recently. Oof, he's got it on the rail though.
Yeah, we'll call him Daniel Tutu and his double EQs here. He's got 2 cues that he's using at the table. There's no rule against it. Saw that last frame was pretty close, 57-40, but
Ooh,
this
just hit
one's
that
a
a little
bit
thick.
more. But 59 points on the table, and we've got 34 in it, so look, still can come back. It's going to be tricky, obviously, with those reds down on the top cushion. Get a bit of siding on that. Nice shot there. That was a tricky blue. Serves to be better on that red.
That way, when this is done, you can just put that one on the main.
Yeah.
And take care of this. And then to get the table ready for the start.
So there's a gap to come back to the bulkhead for Daniel. Shot to nothing here. Just kind of. You'd like to have that shot back because he's left an opportunity here. That bottom red might just slide into the top corner, and if he goes through, he can be on the black into the left middle. But having a good look at it.
Looks like my score is wrong for some reason.
It's all right. Yeah, I don't know if that's the shot he really wanted. You know, got to be careful sometimes taking on these shots. Alex does need to punish him for these mistakes that he makes, taking on careless long shots. This is going to be a good opportunity for him to crawl back in. He's got a brown into the yellow pocket, got a red into the middle, blue, and maybe get a good angle either to get behind that red or break that red open a bit more in a couple shots time.
Looks like scoreboard is off by 5, I believe. Marked 1 extra blue, but I'll amend it after the fact. But I believe it's actually 21 to 43 instead.
We can see a cross double here. The chance to come off the cushion and go into the bottom left corner, but also send his cue ball out to the bulk end of the table. Oh, no, he went for the pot, but it's all right because he's got a good cue ball against the cushion there. Although it is out. We've at the conclusion of this, or on our other TV table, we do have Gary Wallace and Clay Belvoir. So I'll keep you updated of how they're doing. I hope you're enjoying this match right now between Daniel Sardoncillo and Alex Newstead.
This is potable.
Yeah, it's one of those shots that you see on the TV screen that look a little easier, but then when you actually see it in real life, it is very thin.
Yeah, devilish, yeah.
It's mostly Seattle players in the Washington area. We did have a player coming from Arizona, and we've got about 6 players coming down from Canada for this tournament.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're just trying to grow the event, basically grow the sport. So we had plans to have other U.S. based snooker clubs to host qualifiers. Unfortunately, we didn't get as many as we would have liked, but it's all right. Hopefully next year we're gonna have plans. I think there's different clubs. There's one in California, Arizona, Nashville has one table. Oh no, he's gonna go in off. Wow, that's incredible.
Very unfortunate, yeah.
So he pots the red, but fouls.
So that red will not come back up on the table. That is stricken from the record. We'll just forget about that. 4 points will go to the good for Alex. And he'll get ball in hand in the D. The colors are on. So 27 points on the table. Looks like Francis Chow and Brady Golan are getting ready to go in their match.
Oh, playing the safety. This could be good.
Very nicely done.
Yeah, no shot is on. Green's got him. The blue's got him. Excellent shot from Alex. So the score is actually 30 to 43. I think I've added 5 extra points by accident. So, believe yeah, it's the Seattle Open is what this one is called, not Seattle National. Just for clarification. Oh, almost made that. It's gonna go off the pink. It's gonna get a decent roll, but window is there.
True. Could come behind the brown here. Off the bulk cushion. Yeah, that's great for this game with Ahmad Ali being the first American ever to play on the professional snooker tour. That's going to definitely, I think, encourage a few more youngsters in the US of A to pick up the cue and try and emulate what Ahmad is doing.
And I think this is on now. Oh, he went for the double. It's going to leave it. Yep. This is potable now. So Alex with a chance to come back in this frame. If he can steal this one, it'll end the best of 3. Put Alex at the top of the group. Wow, hit that uber thin. Almost overcut it and managed to pot it. Wow, what a shot.
Prayon is asking if if a player shooting a brown misses, hits the blue, and then pink after that, is it a foul of 5 points or 6 points? Is the first ball fouled on the highest valued fouls on until the balls have stopped? I believe that would be a foul of 5 points, as that's the first ball it hit in a foul situation.
Yep. Makes sense. I always thought that if, for example, if you hit a red, go in off the black into the pocket, that because you went off the black, that it used to be a 7-point foul. But it's not the case. It's not the rule. It is the first ball you contact, which can only escalate the foul points. Or the ball that you're on. If you don't make contact with the ball that you're on and it's a higher than 4 value, then that could also cause it.
Yeah, and if you go to WPBSA's website, you can download a copy of the rules, or they have a link as well that you can order a nice little small book size, pocket size book of the rules. Always good to know all the rules going into a match.
All right, so with Daniel here, he's actually now at 47 points. And let's see if we can correct the score by making this blue. Looks like that. So now 48.59 points. Wait, sorry. Wrong person. Oh, I can't actually fix this. Okay. It's actually 51, I believe, right?
I believe so. I think Daniel's having a look at the scoreboard. Yeah, because it was in a situation where snookers are required with just the pink and the black on. Wayne is wondering what the highest break in snooker. Well, technically, usually one break is the highest is the 147. That's what you hear a lot. A maximum 147 points is the most you can make at one visit to table. Well, now then there's kind of a very flukish situation where you can foul and you have left a free ball on. So when there's a free ball situation, a color ball can act as your red ball. So say, for instance, that happens and you knock in that red and knock in a black. So then you have 15 reds. And you take that with 15 blacks and the colors, then you have 155. So traditionally the maximum is 147, but there's very rare cages that you can get a 155.
Oh, Jim Rempe and Steve Mizrak played on the Pro Snooker Tour in the 1980s. That's cool. All right, so the score is actually 35. Oh, yeah, 35-52. So we're correct here. So
kind of
here,
in the situation that we were in the last frame, it was interesting that Daniel actually conceded early, whereas Alex is playing on. I wonder if Alex has maybe hit the left side of that pink and come off the cushion, get behind that black. And trying a different way, and that cue ball is going to be in trouble.
oh no, and that's going to go into the pink.
Lots of things spinning around
Concedes
there,
the frame.
but the frame is in a concession, so Daniel has drawn even, and will be going to a decider that will be coming up right after this. And here we are coming back with a frame 3 action with Alex Newsead to break off.
Uh-oh. Oof. He almost picked up where he left off in the last frame on that one.
So yeah, they always do say on the pro circuit they just want one chance to get in. Well, in the amateur game, there's always just a few chances you get, so...
I think in the amateur level, we just say we want one more chance to get it. So decider here. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be interesting because more than likely this decider might decide the group as well, depending on how Daniel plays in his last match.
True. Daniel is won one match, so he's 1-0 in his group, and Alex has won 2, so he's 2-0. So if Daniel is to win this, he has a chance to have the clean sweep, and if he wins his third match, then that's a 3-0 standing for him in the group stage, which will give him first place. But Alex wants none of that. He wants to have the better seed.
Yeah, we did do a little bit of a cruise, but you just saw the ad for the 2023 U.S. Women's Open. Like Chuck says, count me in.
Sounds like we have a good volunteer coming all the way from the Motor City.
Will do. It'll be fun.
Thanks for helping out, Chuck.
This is the U.S. Open World Women's Snooker event, and it's an official tour stop, I believe, too. Hopefully we get a chance to get Bex Ken out here again. She's another part of the Ox family, sponsored player on the Pro Tour right now.
Sure, I wonder if this year that Mink or Anyi or Rian would come out. I know that they weren't at the U.S. Open, but obviously that was the first tournament on U.S. soil. So, we all do remember what happened to Apollo 1, but that wasn't the case here at Ox. It was a screaming success for that U.S. Open championship on the women's side. It was a great tournament, lots of fun, and I think all the gals that came over from the UK enjoyed themselves thoroughly, and I think they're itching to come back, and who knows, maybe we can talk with them a bit more. Maybe we get a little West Coast sweep and they can just jump up to Canada before or after.
Yep. It'd be pretty sweet. Yeah, I agree. Get some more snooker players here in the U.S. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's all it's going to take. It's just going to inspire, Frances is playing in this tournament. She played in the BC Open. She also was in that U.S. Open that we talked about, so she's probably learning a lot from those professional women, and good on Frances to brave this kind of, quote-unquote boys club, but it's not really. It's, open to all players now, but it can seem a little intimidating for her when she comes in and there's all these men around, but she just sticks to her game and is out here to play her best and have fun. And she has said, as long as she makes her shots, she knows she's not the best player in the room, but as long as she doesn't beat herself, as long as she gets beat by a better player, she's happy with that.
Yeah, you can see her in the background there playing against Mr. Golan, right? Yeah. It's going to be a good match. Oops. It's camera reset, sorry.
CCU is the defending champion, Prey on. Yes, he won the tournament last year, and he will be in action tomorrow as he was granted a place in the knockout round with his victory last year. But if he's going to retain the championship, he's going to have to be playing really well because there's a lot of good players in this tournament. Just whatever ran all. I don't know. I think he's got the angle on the black. You can pot this. Ooh, nice try. Getting it into that all right to give him a shot at that red. And there we are, back at our bird's eye view.
Sorry, a little technical difficulty. Not sure what happened, but Camera reset. We're good to go.
Yes, there's a fantastic trophy. Actually, I think if you go to Ox Billiards' website, you should see a poster for this great event, and they've included a shot of the beautiful glassware trophy. And the prize money, obviously, to the winner is $3,000. And we'll see the other prizes trickle down as Mike and the team here were hoping for a 32-player tournament, but unfortunately they got 24. But that's a good sign because I believe we didn't have as many last year in the Seattle Open, so it's always good to see the numbers going in a positive direction for the entries for these tournaments.
Challenge might be the easiest, or most useful. It's easier for you.
Just a delicate shot here. You can roll this red in and just be behind the black into the same pocket. Elected to come up for the blue.
Nice shot. It's got that insurance right in the bottom left corner.
Steady yourself, Daniel. Looks a little precarious there, but steadied when he was on the shot. And
Think does blue pass into the green pocket?
a little pass there, but there's also a cut into the middle.
Yeah, middle cut is there too. You can go up and down. It's got to miss the bulk colors. Probably shoot this with a high ball and miss the brown barely. It's close. Oh, he's hitting low. It looks like he's going to go into the corner. Look at
Very
that
nice
shot.
shot. Yeah, it was a more difficult shot, but it definitely had a higher reward. That's for sure. As he stayed down in the business end of the table.
Asper's on. Asking, is a single elimination? This is the main event, or are there other events like doubles, etc., happening in conjunction with this? Thanks again for answering the question. This is kind of our flagship event of the year, or one of our big events of the year. Just trying to hold an open tournament here in Seattle to welcome all players from all backgrounds and all areas to come by. So we definitely plan on having more events. I think there's rumors of a border battle resurgence coming up, possibly maybe a team-based event. I think we're in discussion, but we'll see. Just a possibility. We never know. But yeah, we want to be hosting more events. Obviously, we have the World Women's Snooker Tour Stop coming up in the fall. Wow, rifled that ball in.
True. Have to be dead on accurate with that. Putting it with that much pace because at every chance to miss.
And this event specifically is, I think we're working on getting it up online, but we have 8 players who have automatically qualified into the bracket stage, which is single elimination, and then we have a group stage, which is 16 players, 4 groups of 4, and the top 2 of each group will advance to fill out the rest of the 8 players to make the top 16 in the bracket. So 24 players total.
Referee DeSanti taking a keen eye on that pot as he was queuing right over that red ball. Yes, Chuck, a Canadian-American event would be fantastic. Did it way back when Bays opened in the early days of 2020. And we are kind of talking about formats. I think probably we might start here and then go up to top 147 for the next year. Or, there's a lot of particulars that we're going to be working out. I'm busy in the shop creating a trophy for the event. I don't know if any of you had seen the BC Open trophy, but I had created that thing for that event. So I've shown some people some of the prelim stuff for the Canadian American trophy, and people are getting quite delighted. So excited to keep building that. But as the season's kind of winding down to its end, snooker's more of a winter game. Who wants to be in the rain in the Pacific Northwest when you can be inside in a nice dry environment playing snooker? But when the summer comes and the sun is out, a lot of us out here in the Pacific West like to be out and enjoying the outdoors. So it's getting close to wrapping up the season, but in those off seasons we'll be putting pen to paper, talking about events like the Canadian American Championship, more events here at Aux and also up in Vancouver. And hopefully more and more people, as they're tuning in, want to start a club of their own. As we've heard, there's some rooms open up in Nashville and Arizona and Los Angeles. There's the big club in New York where Ahmad Ali teaches. There's a lot of places in Canada as well. If you live in Canada, check out snookercanada.com to find out where to play. And I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure on the USSA, I gotta remember how many S's are in there. I'll have Jaya Pradhakar correcting me, but there's 2 S's there. The United States Snooker Association. They should have a list there on their website of various places that you can play in Canada. Came up quick on that one. I just wonder if he got a kick or something like that, but I don't know if he's really left anything on. And looks like this red is just going to pass. He's just got to be absolutely accurate for the red to pass the black. Well struck. So Pray On. This is asking an odd question of why does Aux Billiards and the snooker effort exist? Is there a former UK pro? Are there impetus? It's rare, so curious why this came to be. Well, obviously that's a story for Mike and the crew at Aux Billiards. I think some things just go in circles. If you're a longtime fan of snooker, you know that there was an incredible boom in the 1980s for the game over in UK and really put snooker on the map. And then I can tell it for myself. Personally, it seemed like we had a lot of great Canadians over there, and so snooker was getting some traction on the cable networks. But at that time, I'm talking the early or late 80s, early 90s, there wasn't as much opportunity to view the game of snooker. Obviously, there wasn't the internet. There might have been a couple sports networks, whereas now there's a lot more, and you have the internet. So a lot more people are getting exposed to the game. And they can see it and they're getting inspired and they fall in love with it. So I think that's part of the story here. I know talking with Mike, I think he was playing some 8-ball or 9-ball with some friends, and someone had mentioned that he should check out this guy called Ronnie O'Sullivan. And Ronnie O'Sullivan is a fantastic snooker player, and Mike just kind of fell in love with it. And Mike came up to some of the events in Canada that I put on, and we've been talking ever since about just building things back and forth. So
no former UK pro, but rather just the tall efforts of a man by the name of Mike Dominguez and the passion he has for the game after learning it.
Well, Chuck, I think that's definitely something we can set up. Shootouts are a lot of fun, that's for sure, and they're a nice actually tournament for a tournament director because each frame are only 10 minutes, so you can kind of really schedule and map out the tournament nicely. Whereas with traditional snooker that we're in, you never know how long or how short a match can take. Some can draw on as be a real grinding battle, or some can be quick and swift, like we saw Brady Golan earlier today dispatching of Ernab Sangabuta.
I don't know the answers.
So, but I do like the idea of that Wild West shootout in Arizona. Maybe if Ramil's listening, maybe we can put something together at his club. I agree. Cab out there, getting some kind of tour stops. I've heard some rumblings over on the pro circuit that there could be potentially a U.S. stop in the future. Maybe next year or maybe in the second year. Obviously, they are aware. I know there's a streaming site of DAZN and Matchroom that would carry live professional snooker, and I can tell you from experience when I talked to Steve Dawson last year, who's the chairman of the WPBSA, they know the numbers are there in North America, but with anything, it's just the dollars and cents. You gotta find the sponsors to bring out the prize money, make sure all the people behind the scenes are getting taken care of. So it's obviously always great ideas, yes, to get tournaments going, but it just falls down to the dollars and cents. Nice shot there by Alex. Got the black and is staying down at the good end of the table. That's got an angle probably going to come up for the pink here or the blue. Can't really hold for the black.
Okay. Add scores to. Oh yeah. Based on the right count. Yeah. All right, guys.
I meant to say.
Sure. I appreciate it. Jamie,
Yeah, yeah. I can do it. Yeah, I can do it.
Looks pretty nice. That red is going to, I think, go past that brown. You're correct, Snooker 155. That's another great format, the Snooker Legends 900. That was blending amateur players and seasoned veterans. I know Vito Powapolo from the Toronto area was playing in that, as well as the great 1985 world champion Dennis Taylor. And that's another kind of interesting format to kind of play with, as each frame was, I think, 15 minutes, right? Because it was 900 seconds is 15 minutes. And unfortunately, I don't think we were able to see a lot of it over in North America, unless you had some kind of hookup with Eurosport or BBC. I don't know if it was on one of the streaming platforms, the Snooker Legends 900, but hopefully that can come back, because that's another fun event. You never know what could happen. Break comes to an end at 24, so Alex has crawled his way back into this deciding frame, but 21 in and 43 on. Still anyone's guess of who's going to take this one. You got to believe probably the winner of this frame and match will be the winner of the group. Yeah, I think that's a great idea of having a national amateur tour. We could have just these pockets, as playing the Seattle Open. I've mentioned the BC Open that I was heavily involved with about a month ago. And there's the Alberta Open Championship that's happening in late April. That's the tough part of why it's tricky to have those doubles into the corner pocket, because if you miss, It's sitting right there for his opponent, so let's see what Alex can make out of this. Ooh, definitely got into that cue ball. Thanks for the tip there, Snooker155 was saying that the Snooker Legends 900 series was being streamed for free on their website.
All right, score should be fixed. Just following what the scoreboard looks like in the room, so I don't know if the players might have made a mistake or not, but we are reflecting the score that they have on their scoreboard. 30-45.
Yeah, I think he's going to take off the right side of this red and try and push it up and down table. Get some cover by that brown and green. Unfortunately, he's not. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's a different way to do it, but successful nonetheless. Just deciding if he wants to go into the middle pocket. Just maybe looking like at the top left. Thanks for that update, Prathamesh. But yeah, we kind of if a player's missed something, there's not really much that we can do from the onside, really. Hopefully, obviously, in an ideal world, we could have referees at each table, markers at each table, keeping the score, so everyone's got their certain duty and they can maintain focus on that. But unfortunately, in the early stages, we're going to live with what we've got, but we do have some great help, that's for sure, behind the scenes. So that's really appreciative. Linda Story, that's a nice red there by Daniel. The first Richler Cup that I ever did back in 2016 in Montreal, I was in a room where I could see the match on the monitors, but I could not see into the room, so I couldn't see the kind of action off the table. So it kind of was a remote setup, but in the room. And however, we didn't even have a scorekeeper at the time for the on-screen scorekeeping. So I had to get post-it notes periodically of updating the score to tell the viewers. So very interesting setup we had back then, but look at us now. We've got Great scoring software right here. As you can see, the breaks as they accumulate. I like the little flags that are with the players there. And that's going to go back. So this could be dangerous here for Alex. Well, it's a nice laid snooker there by Daniel. Almost was close to a free ball potentially, but none the case. So this is the third attempt, and even if we were playing more attempts, he wouldn't actually be able to put back because the result of this shot would be a 28-point difference with 27 on. Hopefully Alex can hit here. Third time's a charm. Just didn't get it. Pretty sure Daniel's a right-hander, so this green might or yellow might not be as difficult. Agreed, the difference, obviously, Prathamesh of 8 and 15 is very high there, but players have to take some responsibility themselves.
Okay. Sorry, I was stepping away to do some changes, but we got a little sneak preview. We can show the bracket. Oh, wait. No, never mind.
Now he's pushed the pink a little safe. I'm surprised he didn't kind of maybe clean up some of those bulk colors, because this has an opportunity for Daniel to come off the right side of that yellow and get behind the pink. Just like that.
Oh, nice shot. Yep. I think he got a fortunate flick off the blue there to help him, but I think he was still going to be snookered behind the pink regardless. And now, what is it? 28-point difference with 27 on, so no respot is allowed, right? Oh, nice contact.
Correct.
There.
But,
Still alive, only one snooker required. Might be in trouble again here, though.
yeah, a nice hit. This is, I think, definitely in Daniel's wheelhouse to give it a go. But Alex won't be crying too much, because with those 2 wins, he's definitely into the next round, the knockout stage. Very nicely done.
Nice shot, yep.
He's thinking the yellow's going back on its spot for a split second, lapse of concentration there. No, if there was a red with that yellow, Daniel, you'd be correct. But when it's just the Daniel, the green's your next shot, and you weren't that bad on the green. So it's going to be handshakes very soon here. So good outing by both players. Both will
definitely
be moving on. So Ashik and Ethan, unfortunately, well, actually, Ethan could go 2-1 potentially.
Yeah, Ethan has a chance, I think, but because Alex has the heads-up win against Ethan, it might be moot because he would have the tiebreaker. Alex would. So if Daniel were to go on and win the group, then Alex is guaranteed. So nice match there.
Handshakes all around. So Daniel Sardoncillo takes that one 2 frames to 1.
All right, let's see if this works. There we go. There we go. Here's the current groups and how they stand. So for those of you folks wondering how the group stage is at right now, the current standings are, here are the groups. Daniel wins this match, so that 2 versus 3 in group 4 is going to go Daniel's way, 2-1. And we have some other matches underway, so we'll hopefully get this bracket updated over time and keep getting the scores back out to you. But top 2 players here in each group are going to be advancing into the next round. And I think we have another match going on our second TV table. Do you want to hop on over there? We've got Gary Wallace versus Clay Belvoir. Looks like you're in the first frame. I can get the score updated and we can hop on over after a quick break.
Sure, let's take a little break and then we'll jump on over to that other table as I set up table number 1. So stand by, everybody.